Hello everybody, so if you follow my Instagram, by the way, if you don't already follow my Instagram, link down below, do make sure to go and follow me on that. Join the adventure, I'm a lot more active on there with posts and stories, so you can keep up to date with what I'm doing. So on the 25th of February, I uploaded this photo. I got the inspiration for this photo from Hayden Peterson, who is an Australian YouTuber, photographer, videographer, blogger, who uploaded this photo. And he got the inspiration from someone else, but I can't remember who. But if you have a look at these photos, his versus mine, his is great, mine is not. Don't get me wrong, putting this photo together for me was great. It taught me how to use Photoshop and how to shoot at night time, but for me personally now, I feel that the contrast is too much. You can barely see what's going on. You can't even see my hand holding the filter. I was wearing a pair of black gloves and it just blended in, and it just, yeah. But even though I'm not happy with the actual photo, does not mean that I don't like the concept. And what I mean by that is that if you hold up a filter and what's in the filter is in focus and what's not in the filter and the background is blurry. So yeah, I still have this filter because at the time I took this photo, I was using my Canon camera, you know, the one that broke, and I was using the 18-135 lens. And this filter is too big for the lens that I use on my Sony camera now. I don't know if you can tell, but this is what the filter does. This is just a regular filter. It's not like an ND filter or anything, which by the way, I ordered a brand new ND filter from Gobe. I think that's how you pronounce it. It's an Australian company who make variable ND filters and different filters and packs and everything for photographers. I should say this is not sponsored, but I've already used this and I'm actually a big fan of this variable ND filter so far. So if you don't know what ND filter is, it's a neutral density filter, and it's a filter you put on your camera like this. Obviously it's not screwed on, but it acts as a pair of sunglasses for your lens. So with a variable ND filter, you are in control of how much light enters the filter. So essentially what these are used for is long exposure photography, because the higher you raise your shutter speed, the brighter and more overexposed your image will be. But if you slap on an ND filter, it's going to expose the image perfectly and you can get those long exposure shots, so be it off a waterfall, off traffic, off whatever it may be. So if you've ever seen a photo of something like that and you've wondered how do they do it, that's how they do it. They use an ND filter. There you go, you learn something new every day. If you didn't know what an ND filter is, now you know. So that's what this video is going to be. We're going to take this filter, we're going to go have a bit of fun, get a bit creative around the different locations, so the lake, the coast, the forest, whatever. See where we end up, see what kind of photos we can take, keeping that concept of the filter in focus in mind. And I'm going to show you how to edit these photos and bring them to life. Yeah, with that being said, sit back, relax, give this video a thumbs up, and let's get going. Okay, so as you can see, we're out by the lake now. It's a beautiful, calm, not too hot, not too cold evening. Very little wind as well, which is perfect. So this is going to be the first location where I try to get one of these shots. I have two locations in mind. This is the first location. The next one, personally, I think is probably going to be a bit better, because if I'm thinking of it correctly, it's going to be a lot more symmetrical. But still, this is pretty awesome as well. So I have the filter with me. I'm going to mess about with my camera settings, spend some time here trying to get the good shot. Yeah, let's get it. Okay, so we're pretty much done with this spot. I got the shots that I needed, the shots that I think is going to work. I'm feeling pretty confident about this spot, but as I said, the next location is going to be a bit better because it has a boardwalk, and that adds a bit of symmetry, and it also adds like an object to focus in on, so it adds a lot more character to the photo. So yeah, we're going to go drive there right now, get this other shot. Yeah, let's go. Okay, so now we are in the second location. So like I said, and as you see, there's a boardwalk behind me. For that reason, I think that this location is probably a bit better because, as I said earlier on, it adds like a subject, or it adds something to focus in on and give a different perspective when doing this type of shot. Fun fact, it's actually 6:30 in the morning right now. To be honest, I don't mind because I've been up since about 5:30. And personally, I like getting up a bit earlier. It gives you a lot more time before the day actually starts to do the things you want to do. So whether you like to just relax, have a cup of coffee, catch up on some reading, go to the gym, or something like I'm doing, you know, make some videos, work on editing and photos and stuff, I 100% encourage you to get up that bit earlier. So I don't know if you can tell, but it's actually super sunny at the moment, and the lighting is so harsh that this shot is actually quite overexposed. So as I mentioned earlier on, this is how an ND filter works. This would be an ideal time to put one on. So this is the shot without the ND filter, and this is a shot with the ND filter. So as you can see, everything is perfectly exposed and there is balance again. So for this shot, I've been messing around with the f-stop. So for example, the lower the f-stop, the more blurred the background is. The higher the f-stop means that like everything is in focus. Obviously the objective of this is to blur the background. So yeah, let's get the shot. Okay, so that was such a fun shoot. Honestly, I love going out there, being a bit creative, doing a few different things. I don't think I would have tried this shot if I hadn't seen Hayden Peterson do it, and I've seen a lot of different variations of it, and I just think it's such a cool concept. So despite what I said about the second place probably being a bit better, it actually turned out that it wasn't. The first place that I went to was the lake, and honestly I think the shot turned out the best, so this is the one that I'm going to demonstrate with. So I used this photo of me holding up the filter, and then I used the other photo, which is this zoomed in photo of the hills in the background, and then I messed around in Photoshop and cut the area on the filter out and replaced it with the photo that is the background, tweaked it a little, and then I brought it into Lightroom, and then I done some color grading from there, put a radial filter in the area that's in the filter, increased the colors, and boom, there we have it. We went from this to this, and to be honest I prefer this photo over the last photo. I'm not too sure what it was, I think it's just more of a personal preference, but yeah, I really loved getting this photo. It gave me a chance to try something different, get used to a bit more Photoshop, more color grading. So I'm going to upload this to Instagram, and I'm also going to put it in my wallpaper highlight folder so you can screenshot it and use it as a wallpaper. I've done this a few times before. So for example, this is probably one of my favorite photos that I've captured, and it's also in there to use as a wallpaper. So yeah, feel free to follow me on Instagram and use them. That's that for this video. It was so much fun to make, so much fun to do. Do me a favor, if you aren't already subscribed, do make sure to go ahead and do so. Hit the button down below, and also follow me on Instagram. Keep up to date with what I'm doing. So yeah, that's that for this video. I hope you did enjoy it, and I will see you in the next one. Adios.